ignoring my goddamn calls. Call him like 4 times and he's not picking up the phone. Yeah, hello?
Oh, drugs? Did you just shoot your sister like that? Nigga, you are crazy? I left you alone for 5 minutes, and now I am just waking up, seeing voila turn into a freak. What were you doing all day?
Did I call it into a bad time?
Yes, you called it a bad time, and yet you didn't get the message when I swore your calls about 9 damn times. What hell? You hear me? What can I help you with that?
I mean, can you just please cut down the less of your sass? I mean, I really don't have the time to deal with this.
Oh, you don't have time. Excuse me while I'm over here trying to keep my daughter from blowing up the freaking planet because my 8-year-old son is busy making out with the help.
Look, Vegeta, I'm here to just call about the
Right, are you really gonna go do this, Batman? You see that I have a crisis on my hands, and yet you called because you have some kind of invitation that you wasn't invited for?
Yeah, I'm here about to call about the baptism, which I clearly should have been invited. You know I'm your bro.
I really have a situation. Look, I'm trying to be a good man. That's the reason why I'm baptized. Because the old me would have said, F you and blow up your whole damn magic. But you see here that I'm trying to be patient with you right now. But right now, I am in a busy state because my daughter is a 7'8" destroying West City right now. And yet, you want to complain about the invitation that I sent, I don't know, like months ago?
I'm just saying, Vegeta, I didn't get my invitation in the mail, and to give me a good reason why I was not invited. I mean, come on, Vegeta. I mean, clearly your wife didn't send out the invitation letter, but it sent out to Alfred. So I'm just feeling hurt right now.
I mean, really, Bruce, I really do. Look, I don't know why your invitation was not enough, but literally, you and my wife is having a situation going on. I don't know what she done. I would have thought you would be there like video times. So, what do you want me to say? I'm not apologizing, because I would be doing if I do apologize. But let me just tell you this. You are lucky that I got baptized, because it was the movie and blow up your shit. Now, you want to complain about some freaking invitation that clearly you didn't get. I'm over here trying to save the world for my 6-year-old daughter and my idiotic. Is that Pan? Who in the world invited Pan? Are you telling me that you not only didn't watch your sister, but you also didn't watch Pan or even inform me? What I'm gonna do? What if something happened to Pan? I'm gonna have to talk to Kakarot and tell her, like, I mean, sorry for your granddaughter getting stuck over my oversized. You're such a failure, Trunks.
Well, it kind of sounds like that you have changed, because clearly, if it was the old Vegeta, you would clearly just slap your son right then and right there. But I can see that you are very busy. Just FYI, I didn't get my invitation, and I just feel hurt. And all I do is just one apology. Can I just get one apology from you, Vegeta? Just one. Hello? 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 Ugh, yawned Dub. Alfred, get my Batjet ready. I gotta save my jerky friend and his oversized, massive daughter for destroying West City. Because you wanna know why? This is our generation. And our generation start now. Alfred, make sure you got the Commandant lotions for me.
Our 12th episode. 12th episode, and then our season finale. Remember when we first got here? When I talk about like finding a place and a spot for us, the anime watcher, the gamers, the card players that play Magic or Yu-Gi, or just like cosplayer who like to dress up as their favorite character, and also the people who also like wrestling too. All of us are one. All of us are one and the same. We have friends that like to watch anime and also read manga, and we just have friends that like to read manga and just play Magic the Gathering and also D&D at the same time. You know, all of us are connected into one entity. And one thing about our culture that hold us together is anime and our love for it. Think about it. Because when anime first showed up, the anime that first showed up that came into America is like, if I remember, it was Astro Boy. Astro Boy usually played big in the 1960s. And then once it got that spotlighted, Japanese artists just keep on continuing bigger and then bigger. But they didn't take risk though, because they didn't know that the American culture would accept some of the creativity that's going on in Japan. You remember the time when I said that that American society kind of just trying to grow up children early, so they got rid of the cartoons, or they just not even trying anymore. Remember the golden era of cartoons like Ed, Edd and Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Disney shows like Aladdin, or Timon and Pumbaa, and etc. That's been going on all through the 90s throughout, and even like fun games like The Legend of the Hidden Temple, or Double Dare, or We Got Kids, things that was dedicated for kids, because back then throughout history they let kids become kids. But later society decided to get rid of that because they want kids to grow up early and robbing them for their childhood. So they started pushing this reality crap on them, like Love and Hip Hop, or reality games, or heck, they even try to use cartoons to prepare them, like Reality Island TV. You know, anything that's with reality stuff is just trying to prepare the kid that, hey, we're getting rid of some of this stuff, so that's way you could just grow up early so we could stop making some of these contents. And it wasn't fair. And then lately the kids started to missing out some of the stuff that we used to get as children, like toys, or going outside and play with your friends, or so on. They miss all their stuff because they don't know how, or the things that make them happy took away. You know, there is not even one store like Toys R Us or anything that's dedicated for kids. They pretty much have to go to like the virtual world try to like pick up the pieces. But shoot, that don't even last long. Because more reality stuff constantly hit them in their face. Constantly keep on robbing them from being a kid. Forcing them to grow up early. And that's not right. So there was a void of there. There was a huge void of there. And lately, throughout the years, that void been fulfilled. And that void been fulfilled and been replaced for somebody else. When America stops making cartoons for the next generation and start focus on the adult content, like adult cartoons, they start making cartoons, the young generation started to replace it with something else. And that something else was anime. And what's funny about anime is just like ice cream. There's many different flavors of anime. You could get like a bunch of stuff. And sometimes like some of the stuff that you like, some of the other people doesn't like. But some of the people like this type of stuff. Like for me, my first anime that I fall in love with was Tishimuya. And I even explained that. And I appreciate Toonami and Adult Swim and all these other people that give this Japanese artist that created that manga a chance to present themselves on their platforms. And because of them, we started to see like golden anime, like Dragon Ball. And then it went to Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and Outlaw Star. And also Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, so on and so on. And what's funny about that, our generation of anime is just continuing. Our anime culture has become bigger and bigger. And because of the people that created anime, we are... What's funny about anime is like some of the anime that we watch throughout the season, like of the protagonists going through their journey, that we can relate to. Each people in our generation have an anime that they keep closely and dear to their heart that they can relate to. And that's why they dress at them as MTAC. Because like personally, like, you know, they want to be like them, like that boldness, that courageousness. That's why MTAC was so important for people like me and everybody else. So they can express their gratitude of like how much did this anime have impact. Or express their creativity. You know? Some people started like love trekking and started making their own version of anime. That's off the tracking. It's not like the same, but it's completely different. And that's what's wonderful about anime. There is no selfish writers. Every writer knows that, like, you know, they are a fan from other creators. They are a big fan of other creators, you know? Sometimes they use their reference into their detail and start to create their own creativity. And there's no selfish behind it. There's no ego behind it. And some of the times they even joke about it, too. That's what's so wonderful about this culture. And what's so wonderful about the culture is, like, each anime also shows respect. Respect for their culture, respect for their elders, they always asserted of respect. As you can see, each character have a reason behind of what they're doing. There is no nonsensical character in that anime. They have an important part in that story. not some of the bullshit politics that we have now. You know, like Hollywood actors got that part just because and this and that. Nah. And what sucks about this, sometimes Hollywood actors try to make the anime come to life, but they're not doing it right. They're doing it all wrong. You know how many Death Note anime that they did it completely wrong? Well, except for One Piece, because I heard One Piece at the reality forum, they doing pretty well. And I take my hats off to them. Because not only are they combining it, they're also talking to the creator that created it too. And again, I take my hats off to those creators. Try to keep the original context true. Because they are anime fans too. If you talk to some of the actors, they love anime. And they try to make sure that they give this anime true justice. That's probably the reason why this anime, in One Piece reality anime, has survived that long. Because they try to keep it true. I hate to say this, and I really do. I am going to really miss My Hero Academia. But I know that it's not gonna be there forever. Because even though that it's on its last episode, it's still gonna continue on throughout history. Soon our children or our grandchildren will pick up that anime and start watching all over again and watch through all the trials and tribulations that the Midoriya had to go through. And then he or she will relate to it and maybe want to dress up after it. What's funny about anime is like we can always go back to it. I mean, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z for how many times? Because it never gets old and it never gets stale. That's what's great about this anime. I bet you can't name a sitcom that you could go back to. I mean, a reality sitcom that you can go back to and just watch it over and over again. And I'm telling you, if you say Friends, I will kick you in the shins. Because come on, man. How many times you can watch Mona singing Scary Cat all over again? Or Becky, or whatever the crap that show is. It's just, anime is just a breath of fresh air. Because it's just like we've been fed to too much of this reality garbage and also robbing some of the kids of today. And I'm just glad that this anime culture is getting bigger. Even younger viewers are starting colliding to anime and started reaching to it. And not just only that, they started getting noticed in some of the new anime that's coming out too. One thing about this, even though My Hero Academia is gone, we still got these new anime getting ready to carry up the next throne, and that's how it should be. You let the old retire and go into history, and let this new anime take the mantle. We got Juju Sorcerer, we got Regeneral Slime, we got Solo Leveling, we got the Gacha Kuda. A really good anime, by the way, but it's dark, but it's really good. It reminds me of like Attack on Titan type thing, but I bet it get even deeper and darker. Gacha Kuda got huge potential, and I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to many episodes that to come. We got One Punch Man coming back. Black Clover will come back. We got come on, my diamonds. Come on, help me out here. Fire Force, even though Fire Force is about to wrap up. Demon Slayer, even though Demon Slayer is about to wrap up. But we got so many new anime and so many new possibilities that willing to take on the throne. But we know one thing that's wrong. One Piece is king. One Piece is king. It's at the top of the throne. It is number one. Kings of Kings for now. But later on in the years, somebody else will take over the mantle. It could be like, who knows? It could be Dr. Stone. It could be anything. It could be any one of these animes. Because the creativity is endless. And what I like about it is like there is no selfishness. And they all watch each other art and love each other's art, you know? A anime a manga artist is a friend of another manga artist, you know? And they share each other, you know? That's what's so beautiful about this anime. And what's so beautiful about this anime culture is like we all share each other. We all go into these events, dress up as we want to be, and then we started like hanging out, doing a dance, talking about furries, talking about all these other stuffs, signing autographs, and then we talk about who is who or who's suck who, you know, all these stuffs. This is part of our anime culture, and I love it, and I love it so dearly. And I love y'all, my diamonds. You are my diamonds, especially the young diamonds that's coming up and that's listening to me, because y'all are precious, because y'all gonna keep this culture alive and move forward to the next generation, you know, and I'm looking forward to it. And especially like since the United States um, is having trouble to, you know, live life because of high gas prices, high food prices, and also pretty much having a job but still not making enough, you know, which is crazy. We have people that's like having jobs but still have to live in their cars, which that doesn't make any sense. You know, they just tear down the foundation. There is no more middle class. It's just upper class and bottom class now. This is very sick and disturbing, and that's when people could, you know, collide into something. And that's why people is probably going to anime as big as now or ever, because of this mess that our so-called, you know, government is doing, you know. But I don't want to get into that because, you know, I believe that the next generation of kids will fix that problem and learn from all these mistakes and learn from all these greedy errors that's in the office and fix everything. Because all of this that's happening came from greed and selfishness from both parties. This is my opinion. You know, they're too stuck up and too jealous and too naive to come together and collide and agree on one thing and use common sense. It's always a self-explorer. But I'm going too far off my diamonds. But let's get back to the case. Yeah, anime is where it's at, and it's continuing on growing bigger and stronger than ever. You know? And I'm sorry, I can't help but stop talking about wrestling. I love wrestling, you know? Wrestling is my thing. I love everything about it. I grew up watching it, and I just love talking about it, you know? I love Roman. I love John Cena, Seth Rollins, Fatu, Cody Rhodes. You know, especially the new people, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Jada Parker, and
And my girl, so Ruka. So Ruka. I just love talking about them. The future, the past, and the present. I just love talking about them. You know, I remember that there's a comment that Triple H have made, and just bear with me for a while because again, I just like talking about wrestling. Triple H have made that, like, you know, that he is tired of people was complaining about the product, and you know, and he just wished that somebody's just sit back and enjoy the show. But I have a comment for him. Well, a statement for him. You know, it's kind of hard for you to say that when you yourself have to get rid of kayfabe. You get rid of everything and show how's everything done in Unreal. Showing all the magic tricks, showing all the special stuff, showing all how to do it. All of that is located in one phone in a one scene in Netflix. So of course people are gonna have a comment, and of course people is going to tell you how it's done because they could easily just pick up the phone and see how things done. So you kind of destroy the ways of how wrestling is done. But however, since you clearly just destroyed how the way that the business is done yourself, then it's just time for you to create some new magic. So something that haven't been done before. And I know it's hard kind of doing that because, like, you know, that's something that's going to be hard because we have like social media and everything else that could easily, you know, go under and just like, you know, reveal your tricks and your trades. But hey, you knew that. You knew the consequences. So therefore, you're just going to have to recreate it. You just showed how the wrestlers that we idolize is normal people now. It's not how we imagine it and just kill the image of it. But we still watch it because, you know, it's just story. You try to make it theater, now it's theater, so therefore you can't go back to your old tricks. You're gonna have to recreate more magic, new and brand new magic now. So just think about that, Triple H. You made it into theater, so therefore it's theater. And the viewers and the audience that seen the product have the right to comment on your theater performance. So you cannot complain about that. If a play is not good, it's time to go back to the writer desk and rewrite it and give them something that's magical again. Because again, you destroy the way that things do that people have done in the past. So therefore, you're gonna have to reinvent. As in, reinvent new magic, if I could use that anime form. But anyway, let's get back to anime again. Here's my prediction for this new era, this whole new year of 2026 in the anime. I believe that Black Clover will be back pretty soon. I believe that we would still have new ratings. You know, One Piece would still be number one because they did a good job with the Vegapunk arc, and I think they're gonna still do a good job with the Giant arc. I mean, you could ask your friends who's already read the manga. They're probably already done with the Giant arc already and move on to something else. We all have friends like that.
And so they're just working on the animations for the giant arc. So, but I believe there is going to be new spots hidden. Demon Slayer is not going to wrap up until almost the end of 2026. I believe we will have our last and final season with Demon Slayer in no later than January. No, I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna say it's between January the 25th of 2027 December or December that we will have a final season of Demon Slayer. That is my prediction. I could be wrong, but then again, that is my prediction. Dr. Stone will capitalize on this run since My Hero Academia will wrap up. I haven't seen the other version of My Hero Academia. I don't know if that's good or not, so I'm not going to comment on that one. Let's see. One Punch Man, as I said before, will be probably number 3, because I don't think it would be number 2, because My Hero Academia haven't wrapped up and people would still have nostalgia of My Hero Academia. So One Punch Man will be number 3. And again, One Piece is number 1. I really don't see it's going to fall off, and see if My Hero Academia is going to take the number 1 spot. That Dr. Vega and the Giant arc is... That Dr. Vega arc was really good. And the Giant arc, I don't know if they're going to slow down with that one. But so I'm thinking My Hero Academia is just going to have to accept the number 2 spot when it's closing its doors. Gachikula, I'm expecting big things. Spy Family will be in the number 4 spot when it comes back in this year. I really don't think that it will be next year before it comes back. We will have a part 2 version of this year. It will be in the number 4 spot. That is my prediction. I have seen this anime called Level 999. I have seen that anime, and man, it looked good, and he was plotting his revenge, and I am all for it. I am looking forward to the second season. Hold on, let me see if I can find the name of it. Hold on for a second. Okay, it's called My Gift Ultimate 999 Gotcha. Ultimate Gotcha. That's what it calls, and man, it looked good. It looked good. I was hoping that it would do like 25 episodes, but it's like 13. I am looking forward to that becoming a second or third season. I mean, it reminds me of Redo, but minus the raunchiness. It doesn't have a lot of raunchiness. It's just like a straight up plot story and straight up plot and story and just revenge, man. And I like it when you're just gonna have to see it. You're just gonna have to see it. I mean, it got my attention, and I was upset. It was like when I was like binge watching it, all 11 episodes, and it just went through just pretty fast. It went through pretty fast. It's like the 23 minutes it just didn't hit. That's how good this anime is. I don't know if this anime will be in the top 5 we see. if when the second season is out, but it need to be a second season. Damn it, that cannot just fizzle out. I mean, they got something. They got something. You know, the what's the name of the company? High Drive, High Drive Corporation. They got something in this anime. They really do got something. So high expectation, high expectation. But let's see, Chain Slave. They still putting out episodes of that. I don't know if they're gonna make it a dub translation to that, but they probably will. We'll find out on that one because it's already released the first episode, but it's in subtitles. So I'm gonna wait until the English dub translation. But what's my prediction on it? My prediction on that, I don't know. I think it will be okay, but again, the anime that I watched, my gift level 9999, Ultimate Gachakuda. My diamonds, y'all gonna have to look out for that one. That one's actually really good. That's actually really good, and I'm like begging and demanding it will be a second season of that anime. I need a second season, damn it, and I'm just looking forward to it. You know, you did everything. Oh, jeez, yeah, and it's show. You just gotta watch. Just watch it. And I guess this episode is just not gonna be like, it's just a reflection of everything that we went through all 12 episodes. It's just a reflection of everything. I didn't focus on much on video games. I was kind of heavy into wrestling and anime for the most part. And maybe I need to clean up a little bit more and stop cussing, because I do want everybody to listen, even the younger audience. So that's just something I'm gonna work on the next season, so I can still be clean and still be funny and all that type of stuff and get more people to listen. I'm hoping that like the next time I come back, that I will have a lot more viewers. Hopefully get like maybe like 2,000 maybe, or 500. I'll be happy with 500 for the second time I come by. But I'm just going to use this month to just stop, reflect, figure out some ideas. I'm still going to send you like short clips as usual, and keep on moving forward until I get back, Man, Diamonds, it's about that time to wrap up. And let me say deep down in my heart, thank you for everything you have done. Thank you for giving me the likes, and thank you for my subscribers. You've been through me through the beginning of the episodes and through the start of the episode. And even the new ones. Thank you. Even though you probably didn't see my videos, you probably love my clips too. Whatever. I am just happy that you choose me to entertain you through any situation that you're going through the dark times, through the fun times, or even through the okay times. I'm just happy that you chose me to listen to my comments or statements or talk about anime or wrestling or whatever. I am very blessed that you decided to choose me and subscribe to my channel, and I hope I get more to come too. I am a very blessed man for y'all to tune in. So let me go ahead and give you my final statement for today, and then I will be back in a month. So destiny. Sometimes you're gonna go ahead and shoot for that destiny and aim for it, because you gotta remember, life is short. I know I say this time and time again, and this is a quote from my favorite wrestlers. It's not how you start, it's how you end. It's how you finish. So what is going to be your finish? You could get anything that you want to, but even though the destination is hard, but once you reach out and try your best and get it, you'll appreciate it even more because it's sacred to you. So my suggestion is keep aiming for that goal and keep going for it. Sure, there will be obstacles on your way, but you can get to it. Like I said before, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Fatu. Anyway, my diamonds, I'll see you later. And again, thank you. And please continue to like and subscribe. I'll be back. Until then, shine on, my precious diamonds. Shine on. Oh yeah, one more thing, my diamonds. One more thing before I go. Remember, God love you, Jesus love you, and so do I. Peace out.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back in a month.